back, and I'm not happy. I'm so angry, but I don't really know how to summarise it. Greg, I'll come to you first. You seem to have more to say. I'm kind of.
I mean,
I had plenty to say during the game, but I'm struggling to describe it now.
I had plenty to say during the game. It's disappointing given the way the game panned out. If you said we were going to get beat 2-0 beforehand, we probably went, yeah, that'll be a disappointment, but I actually went, probably.
Yeah. Yes. I think ultimately the most frustrating part is, I agree with what you're saying, but we've been cheated out by the referee.
Cheated's a big word.
Cheated is the only way to describe that performance. Not just the goal. Laporte could have been done with assault many times, and he's only got booked towards the end of the game. It was an absolute shambles.
It was a poor referee performance. To say we were cheated because of him is a big statement.
And I'm happy to take that statement. I'm sure Twitter will agree.
Will we get to the actual the main controversial moment of that, which is the Scott McTominay goal, because it is a lovely hit. So let's do that first.
One of the best free kicks I've seen.
It is a phenomenal hit.
And he went to hit it. Kellen, I thought McTominay would be in the box because he's tall, and I went, watch this, he's going to score. And by God, he did.
I mean, delightful.
It's got him, but it just shows the kind of the potential we have as a team, which is also good in a sense. So you have to kind of every cloud and all that, but it's just frustrating.
I never thought I'd agree with the statement. I never thought I'd say the words, I agree with Michael Stewart, but I agree with Michael Stewart. To go through it, the process is laughable. The fact, it's not even the process, because I imagine the process that actually happened on the pitch is the correct one. It's just been shown to us incorrectly, and then we've been told incorrect information. I assume at no point were they checking for a foul.
I don't know.
They were just checking badge.
Well, yeah, potentially, yeah. They were checking colour of shirt. But, it's not a foul. Let's make that clear. I think anyone can say it's not a foul.
Because you're watching the build-up. One of the Scottish players just pushed at the same time. So
when it comes to offside, it becomes a big grey area.
He's not touched the keeper.
He did that.
He does.
Not enough to influence his saving.
I don't think it was the intent of I'm going to push you in the goal so this ball goes in.
It's the fact he's there as well, though. The fact his presence is there could be argued that the keeper doesn't dive for it. I think if you change it to a game where I don't have someone in that side, if I'm not in a camp for that game, I'm probably coming down on the side if it's offside.
I'm opposite. I would say it's a Hodgson decision.
I'm staying on the side of that.
I mean, it's Scotland, so it's a Hodgson decision. But if you take Scotland out of it, I think it's offside.
I'm not so sure. I've never seen something like that happen before, even since.
But if you look, right, it's basically, to go back to, for example, Nathan Ake versus Fulham is the one that it reminded me of, where something very similar happens, and they claim he wasn't interfering and it was a goal, and they say that was wrong.
Yeah,
but any other time that would have been given. I'm still.
I'm not sure. I maintain no matter which official it was, that's probably getting given as offside.
Right, I think we'll have to agree.
I think if that was all around Spain get a goal.
No, it gets given as offside. 100%.
Yes.
Right, let's move on. Second goal.
Also, actually, to go back to that quickly, anyone who says, oh, he went over to the monitor, so they can't be checking offside is wrong, because they do that because the referee has final say if he's interfering, which he was, or which they've determined he was.
Tough. No, don't care.
It stings. After so long in the game, it stings to get a goal and have it cruelly taken from us like that.
And I think we knew that goal was coming anyway. I mean, it was a rough first half. We held on well. I think as soon as that ball went in, it was disallowed. I think we knew fine well it was coming, but
yeah, it was coming before that goal. 45 minutes in, at half time, I audibly exhaled when I got up off the sofa. But it was a rough first half.
I don't think they scored two if that goal wasn't disallowed, though. I think the momentum would have kept it in it.
Nah, I think they probably did score two.
They were a cushion, so
the second goal it's unlucky for Hickey. Let's be honest. It's one of
these. We've not spoken about Morata goal, have we? Morata goal is it's a very nice goal. Again, we're all annoyed by it, but actually, it's a really nice goal. It's a lovely run from Morata from deep, which is what Morata's really good at doing. And what a ball from Jesus Navas. It's an absolutely gorgeous. He's still got it.
37, is it? He said. Yeah, but
I read very quickly on Twitter he was the oldest person to assist for Spain since someone who I'm now going to have to look and check. So fill the time while I check.
I mean, you have to admit he made a difference as soon as he came on. I mean, that run. I think I can't remember who it would have been, Patterson or Hickey.
Hickey, probably.
Probably would have been Hickey because after Robertson went off. But I mean, I think he nearly turned him twice. I mean, it was some finish which kind of digs the dagger in even more, but you can't really take away from it.
At least 2004 is the oldest player to provide an assist for Spain.
Crazy.
It was a good finish. It was a good finish. You can't take anything away.
It's a lovely finish. It's a gorgeous ball.
I mean,
And like
Oh, the keeper.
you said it there.
it was infringement. That's the right word.
Entrapment.
You said there, like their substitutions made a difference. That young lad, that Zaragoza lad, is someone to watch.
He was terrorising. Whoever the hell right back was, Patterson.
Patterson, well, it would have been Hickey because Andy
Cool.
Robertson.
Hickey in a booking and all.
Patterson was on a booking as well. Yeah, he got a booking very early on in the second half.
Jack Henry got booked, and it kind of looked like he was booked for dissent. I don't know.
He was definitely booked for dissent.
I would have been booked for dissent if that was me.
He's a mouthy one.
To be fair, if it was one of us, that goal would have been disallowed for offside, and we would have just went, nah, fuck it, we're not coming back out. Just away down the tunnel, see you later.
Pity.
It is, and then obviously we want the second goal now. It's unlucky from Hickey. I don't think.
It's so unlucky.
To be honest, playing. I know he's a professional footballer, but he was playing on his weaker side, and it's just unfortunate. He's
No, it's his stronger side. He's left-footed.
Is he? Well, that shows
He's
why
naturally left-footed.
Oh
He's
well.
naturally left-footed, but he can use either.
Oh, fair. Well, that shows what I know about Aaron Hickey.
Really should win more these spoon studs.
And he studs to the face of some people. Yeah, it's one of those. It's unlucky. Lost his foot in.
It's unlucky again. Porteous does everything right, and it's not an own goal, is it? It goes in off the Spain player. Like Porteous does everything right. He's just unlucky. It hits the Spain player's legs and goes in.
What I said to him when it went in, that was a goal regardless of Porteous being there. He was going to finish that.
Yeah.
So Porteous looked gutted, and you would be, but I don't think he should be beating himself up too much.
No, like he's gutted just because it's really unlucky.
Yeah.
Like it's unlucky it hits his leg. You know how many times it got out for a corner?
Yeah. It's one of those. But
It is, and it does feel like a dagger.
Plenty of positives to take away with, I would say, if you agree.
No, not really. We didn't win, so I'll get the points. But
What are the positives?
Positives, not points. I mean, up until that point, we defended well. I thought we held our formation and positions really well at the start.
We defended well, and our shape was rigid. But I don't think at any point did I think that Spain weren't scoring. Maybe for the 30 seconds before the goals disallowed, I go, right, we've got this now. But throughout the first half, I'm going, right, when's this goal coming?
And we held off well until such. But I think that goal kind of also probably killed the confidence and the momentum. I'm not blaming it, but I think it had a big factor.
The big positive for me is that both the disallowed goal and 1-0 down, the heads don't drop.
Yeah.
Like we were still making chances. Che Adams missed a big one. There's a good block from a shot from Armstrong.
If you're referring to the Ryan Christie ball in the box, I think that was unlucky. He was leaning back. He wasn't expecting to get onto that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's like he did that wee daft one. He should have shot a lot earlier, but he excited.
I could have sworn it was Christie. But anyway, the point remains, I don't think he's done too badly with that, to be honest. At the time, we were kind of like, but...
First half, we huffed and puffed. I think we have a different opinion on the first half. Like, occasionally we would go back to Gunn and Gunn would punt it long.
I think that was a case of he was trying to get us out of our own defence because...
But it wasn't working. Like, that's why we stopped doing it in the second half, because Gunn punted it up and it either went over Dykes, Dykes got adjusted to commit a foul, which he didn't, or Dykes heads it down and 5 Spanish players are there.
Another talking point that we've not discussed yet, Robertson being fouled for when it clearly wasn't a foul.
Yeah, the foul being a given was shocking. It's probably just play on, let's be honest.
Well, McGinn did the same thing.
Yeah, McGinn did the same thing.
They got the same thing.
Yeah.
It was nothing. Cheated it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably play on. It's not a penalty. I don't think it's a penalty.
No,
I think we can't believe our luck if it gets given as a penalty.
It can't be one for one team and different for another when it's the same.
Well, it was, that's the thing.
Yeah, and I think that is what we're annoyed about. Obviously, France game might be Greg Taylor in the left-hand side, or he might do Hakeem Patterson again. I'd imagine it'll probably be Greg Taylor.
I think it was Taylor.
I don't care.
The France game, as we said in the last episode, in episode 49, this France game fundamentally doesn't matter, except now it's to stop 3 losses in a row.
The thing is, we could have qualified by this point. I know it's only a friendly, but we could have qualified by now, depending on it. I think it might have been Michael Stewart. It could have been someone else. They quite made a good point in that we've now went from being so annoyed at Spain to we want Spain to win on Sunday.
Yeah, that was always the case.
I believe a draw would also take us through.
A draw would have took us through. Yeah.
No, I mean on Sunday as well. I think they just need to drop points.
Yeah. Norway need to win every game. We need to lose every game. A point either way, and Georgia does it for us, but we can't go and thinking about that.
That's the time. I was just saying that obviously we're going to the Norway game in November, but I want to be qualified by then. I don't want to have to worry about that part.
Yeah, I think we said this in the last episode as well, that actually that is the most Scotland thing to do would be to end up taking it to the last game and it not happen.
Yeah. Well, we have to qualify. We've booked our flights in our hotel.
Yeah, we've got a playoff spot. We shouldn't need it. First in the group, and therefore pot 1 at the Euros is probably now out of sight. At 1-0, it was very much still. That's why that second goal hurts so much more.
Yeah.
That because it's head-to-head, and then it's goal difference in the head-to-head games before goal difference, that at 1-0, we still top that group of us in Spain finishing the same points. And at 2-0, it now goes to goal difference, and Spain scored God knows how many against Georgia and Cyprus.
Yeah, true.
So I know
they scored 13 goals and conceded none in the last international break, and that's.
So we need a 0-0 on Sunday, and then we're sorted.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, a 0-0 is the perfect result for us on Sunday because we go through and Spain drop points.
And there's no goal scored, so that doesn't affect anything.
Yeah, well, that goal difference is probably very much irrelevant now.
Well, we'll keep everything crossed anyway.
But we will.
Toes, fingers, chest.
What do we think about team selection? I think he got it I don't think we said it through the week. We thought he was going to pick an extra centre half. In Tierney's absence, he did. It worked largely.
The defence that he picked, we predicted him. The question was whether it would be Dykes or Adams, and you picked Dykes.
Yeah, in a game like that, picking Dykes was the right thing to do because when we did go long, Dykes had a chance of winning it.
Yeah, definitely.
What really impressed me about Spain was defensively. Every time McGinn specifically got the ball, there was 4 Spain players around him.
Yeah, they did press well, to be honest. They've had a good game, to be honest. They
played really well.
Can't tell you who hit it, but they were very unlucky hitting the post in the first half.
Newcastle reject, Mikel Merino.
Or Moreno.
Moreno, thank you, Michael Stewart.
And I said at the time that we were very, very, very lucky that didn't hit off the back of Guns back. Because if that was if that was it, I don't know, if that was at Palmerston, that was going in.
That was Craig Gordon, his jeans would have goal.
But that's the other thing as well, actually. I think if that one goes in, it ends up being 4 or 5.
Yeah, 100%. But it didn't, and we take away positives. We take away.
There are positives in that the England game was in parts bad, in parts not so bad, and this game was in parts not so bad and in parts bad, and we beat Spain. And I'm probably going to say this, and it'll get clipped for whenever France beat us 5-0 through the week, but we seem to be getting better against better sides.
Yeah,
not beating them.
We've done the first bit in terms of we're getting closer to qualifying for tournaments because we're beating the sides we should be beating. And now we're getting to the stage where we're actually turning up against the big teams, and it feels good.
It always did. It was always the wee teams we struggled against. I felt.
To be fair, there was a camera angle as the goal kick went long, and I was like, "This has got James McFadden written all over it." It was just that kind of you're zooming out and you're waiting for it. Just absolutely. It would be nice to have one of them in France. I think I was going to say in Paris, but it's not in Paris, is it?
No, it's in Lille.
Lille.
Or sorry, in Lille. for those
Lille.
Frenchly inclined.
Well, yeah. Have you got
That's
any
about it.
more
We'll
points to
still
make?
go to Euros.
Yeah.
Don't get the heads down. It's going to happen. It'll be nice if it happens on Sunday. It probably will happen on Sunday.
Touchwood.
Touchwood. Big Hossolo will score a hat-trick for us.
No.
Oh, I mean, we want 0-0. I don't think it will be. I think Big Hossolo will score a hat-trick.
You won't. No.
At least we would have the cushion. Right. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this bonus content. Don't say we're not good to you. Thank you very much for
Yes.
watching. See you later.
Have a good weekend.
See you next week.
Godspeed.